What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WWE 2K25 Showcase, or as I have dubbed, the Monday Showcase. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series as much as I have enjoyed playing it. We are going, obviously, as the name implies, through the WWE 2K25 Showcase mode here on WWE 2K25. Um, how many times can I say WWE 2K25? Good lord. Um, and the showcase goes through the story and history and lessons and everything of the bloodline. Um, if you have been uh, living under a rock, you will know that, or you should know, or should find out that the bloodline saga, the bloodline story, the bloodline everything has really taken over WWE over the last like 5 years. And has been very entertaining in my opinion. It has its moments where it's dull or it's getting stale or whatnot, but somehow, some way, when they find that the story is getting stale, they somehow rejuvenate it. So I've enjoyed that so far in WWE, but I'm enjoying playing through several iterations or family members, I guess I should say, of the bloodline, and hearing their stories, and learning new things of them. And I'm excited for today's learning more about the Wild Samoans. It's going to be the Wild Samoans versus the Dudley Boys, Day One Arena right now. So this is a match, obviously, that never happened. But we're going to create history, as it implies right there, where it says, for the meanest wrestlers to ever step into a ring will allow you to create history as you try to defeat the Dudley Boys in their specialty, a tables match with Afa and Sika. Um, I've heard of the Wild Samoans. I've heard of The Rock speak about the Wild Samoans, but I've never actually seen a match. I've never actually really know fully of their story, so I'm interested to see what the intro video with Paul Heyman's gonna say, um, and learn more about them. Um, but before I do, two things from last week's video. One, I'm sorry that my mic got muted somehow, some way. I caught it, but at the same time, didn't catch it. Should have happened, so I apologize for the muted mic. But two, I also was starting to say kind of an order of how I enjoyed playing the matches so far. And I didn't really get through the whole thing. This week is matchup number 12 or story number 12 or week number 12 or episode number 12, whatever you want to call it. But I was going to label all the 11 previous matches in an order of how I've enjoyed playing them. Um, and I was starting to do it, but then I got kind of lost. Cause I completely forgot I had Naomi's, which is I just had played. So, anyways, today I am gonna be ranking the matches, the 11 previous matches. I will not include this one just yet. Maybe once the series is over, which I still don't know. I keep failing to look up how many Bloodline showcase matches there's gonna be. I keep forgetting that. But either way, this is number 12. So maybe at the end, whenever we get to the end, I'll rank all of them in the order that I enjoyed playing them. But right now, number one, or 11, I guess, if we're going to go from worst to best, number 11 is Rocky Maivia. That was I hated it. I just didn't like it. Um, I think I had the running theory about, the match and objective rewards that you get in the matches. That's what's going to determine how bad matches are. But he's proven wrong multiple times. This, you know, better than this one. It had less reward. We'll get to this one in a sec. We're going to skip over that because this is also horrible. But, you know, same number here with 4, and that was good. That's whatever. This one had 3, and it was good. I liked it. Uh, this one had 4, and I liked it. So I don't think it was it was the rewards that was determining whether a match was going to be good or fun or not. I think it was at the time also this one and the Nia Jax one, the cutscenes really took over and ended the match for me. So I didn't really like that aspect. But since then, I believe which one was I think it was yeah, it was the USO one that the game ended the match for us, like the cutscene ended it. But I guess maybe it's because I got more action into this one that I didn't necessarily mind it. Um, but those other two four. But either way, this is a number 11. Again, ranking from worst to best. Number 11, number 10, Nia Jax. Number 9. That one was tough, but I had to go with the Hedgemakers just because, not a huge fan of tag team wrestling, but at the same time, I don't really care for the Steiners either. Granted, the history and the lesson behind it was fun and whatnot because I didn't know who the Hedgemakers were. I didn't know that Fatu, the man on the right, was ended up becoming Rikishi. I didn't know that, but either way, I just didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to. So this is number 9. Number 8 would be probably the 3 minute warning. Once again, maybe it's because of my unfamiliarity with the tag team itself. Um, but still, it was fun. It was really fun. I did enjoy it. I did like the aspect of like the 3 minutes countdowns for certain objectives, tied in their name, but tied in match more entertaining, in my opinion. And also finding out that Jamal, who's on the right, was Umaga or the younger version of Umaga. It's the same guy. Um, that was pretty cool. So that's what number 8, right? Yeah. Number 8 is 11, 10, and then 9 with the hedge drinkers, 8 with 3 minute warning. Um, I'll say the Naomi one was number 7. It was fun. Don't get me wrong; it was good and all that, but just it's just number 7. Can't really say anything much about it. Um, Number 6 was probably this one, the Peter Maivia one. Don't get me wrong; it was fun playing in a cage match with Peter Maivia, and the man is quick. I like that, but I just didn't like the opponent, George the Animal Steel. I just wasn't a fan. So that's number 6. Um, Number 5 is probably going to be the Tamina one. It's funny enough because there's 5 wrestlers in it, but that's not the reason behind it. But I don't know. It was very challenging, very fun. I think the knowing going in that the people have probably struggled on this one, and that this one was more than likely going to be the most challenging because of the fact that it's a ladder match, it's Money in the Bank, and all that. It was nerve wracking, but number 5 for sure goes to Tamina. Number 4 goes to the Usos. The Usos was a fun match. Need to really go back and rewatch this match on Peacock, just because I want to see how it actually went down. Um, but yeah, this is number 4. Number 3 was Rikishi and Stone Cold. That one was fun. I like the no holds barred. I like taking over, and I like the story behind it all, and then finding more out about Rikishi and whatnot. Uh, but that was cool. Number 2 is Yokozuna. That was a fun match. Very, very fun match. Um, Great one to start off with, too. Great one to start off with. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then number 1, Umaga versus John Cena. Ah, just I love it. I love it. Umaga was very fearsome. This really brings me to my younger years of when I was watching it. I think I was in 7th grade at this point, and I do recall Umaga and John Cena being larger than life, and I thought Umaga was going to just absolutely obliterate him. Um, And maybe tug the nostalgia factor a little bit behind it because of that, and that's probably why it's so far up there on my ranking at number one. Um, but yeah, that's my ranking of the matches so far. Again, I may be able to do one, or should probably do one whenever this all ends. But your guess is as good as mine. You guys probably already know how many matches there are. Probably other creators have done it or whatnot. But either way, I'm in it for the ride. As I stated before, I have not played anything else on WWE 2K25 as I'm releasing this series. I have only been doing the showcase to be as challenging or authentic as possible. Like, like with the ladder match, I didn't really necessarily know if any buttons had changed. I'm basing everything I do off my previous knowledge of WWE 2K24. So, there are some subtle changes, some differences in what you can do or what buttons you need to press. But other than that, I mean, it's a straightforward WWE game, so it shouldn't be that bad. Um, but yeah, uh, I've enjoyed it so far, and hopefully you guys have as well. Um, but we're gonna get into today's, which is again the Wild Samoans versus the Dudley Boyz. I think I've done enough talking, so I'm gonna just let Paul take over from now, and let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Afa and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
Oh, such a legend. This may be a challenge.
And here they come.
If I remember correctly, table matches are pretty easy
That's
in
just
WWE
what they'll
2K25.
get from Afa and Sika. And then some.
That's the case. Afa, Sika, because again, you don't control both at the same time.
Following contest is a tag team.
If one of them decides to get a little feisty
And a combined weight of
I'll put the other one to the table. And there goes my objectives, you know? Vice versa. What did
Dudley Boyz.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have. I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart. Oh, look, the Dudley Boyz may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best. They've beaten the toughest. And they're ready to come in and beat the Wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boyz and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive, brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Playing as Afa and Sika. I think this is the first time they're ever.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
By Captain Lou Albano. And a combined weight of 640
It's just like to see how he plays into this story.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boyz, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare. Afa and Sika clearly not looking to back down here. The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces. I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the Lion's Den.
Maybe not as a tag team, but as individuals, it's just the Samoan drop. I just feel like that would be so devastating to take anyway. Let's see.
2-on-2 tables match here. With
okay, hold on. Alpha and Sika only have one objective: hurt their opponents. Get either to red. Okay. These people are 11. They taunt 3 times. If any. Okay.
Masters of the match, the Dudley Boyz taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again. I second that, but the Dudley Boyz and the Wild Samoans are 2 teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. Uh-oh, diving hammer strike. What a reversal by Alpha.
Big hammer connects. And now Alpha is playing to the crowd.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boyz match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Or maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Corey. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common in most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat. It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement. Kick to the face.
Carried in a jeopardizing position here. He's looking to take things to the outside now.
Oh, my gosh. With one hand.
I don't think people realize the amount of strength.
Popped up into the Samoa drop. Incredible. Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise.
Sliding into the ring now.
Both arms trapped, and what's next? He is looking to do some serious harm. A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans. Like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it will take for the Dudley Boyz to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
Oh, no. Getting in position. What's he planning to do here?
Trying to escape, and yes, he's able to get free from that submission hold.
Oh, man, he is fired up now. Alpha is in a daze. Soaring. He's heading back to the ring.
Stops the kick.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality. They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they will maim. Yes, they will hurt. And yes, they will not stop. He's getting fired up now, really feeling up this crowd.
Hoisted up high here.
No. Was not paying attention to Bubba. I love it. Yeah, you're not just do it.
Here's the battle, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking out Devon and Dudley. The Dudley Boyz. Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey. Do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudley's wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Such a peculiar... Up high.
Oh, the way to the outside. They got all of that. Just taking flight and soaring through the sky.
And now gets tossed into the ring.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans. Like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it will take for the Dudley Boyz to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. And that DDT was well delivered. Placing him in the corner here. Now positioned onto the top rope.
Bad intentions in mind. This superstar climbing up top. Don't do this. Don't do it. A powerbomb like that will leave you with bruises and remind you of this moment for days. Manages to slip out of the way. Jaw-shattering boot.
Moves from the ring to the outside.
The steel chair never as innocent as it looks. Oh, man.
Ava and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
Just one right after the other. Can't be stopped.
And you can tell there are cruel intentions in mind. Launching. You gotta be kidding me. The airtight sky high.
Oh, no, guys. We better get out of here.
Spoken like a true man of bravery, Saxton.
And Bubba is counted.
Oh, headbutt.
Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here?
Into the front slam.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Afa and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for.
No, I don't want to control the match. What the hell?
I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring. Hot top into the Samoan drop. Incredible. Afa and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise. And now he's looking to lock in this submission.
Trying to fight out of this submission. Looking to get out, and yes, what a counter to break the hold and escape serious injury.
Just refusing to give up. Continues fighting. Oh, point of the elbow finds the mark.
The Dudley Boyz came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial. Had to match Afa and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans just call regular old Tuesday. Afa and Sika are just a different breed of wrestler. Look, I don't care who you are. You could be King Kong or Kaiju. It's going to be curtains for you if you're on the receiving side of a Wild Samoan headbutt from the top rope. Delivers the headbutt
Right between the eyes. Taking this thing out onto the floor now.
Popped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible. The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley Boyz in there. I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild.
Hard to imagine there's much left in the tank.
Yeah, he's absolutely in danger of losing it all here. Deconstructing the knee there.
He's setting the table up.
This won't end well.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boyz at their own game.
I was on the restart, you know what I mean? Or not again.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boyz at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Afa and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
Yeah, if one of the Dudleys went to that table, that's how the match was going to end. But Whew, I am glad that's over. I did not want to have to restart for a third time in a row. That would have just been atrocious. But nice to see that I have Alpha and Seeker now unlocked. That'll be dope to use during showcase mode, not showcase mode, universe mode. So, ooh, is that Roman? It's not. It's Solo. Solo versus Carmelo Hayes. That's the next one. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. But this one was fun too. Not gonna lie. I wonder how many more tag teams we're gonna have at the end, or not at the end, but before this all ends. Because I'm assuming we're nearing the end. I don't know how many more tag teams the Samoans have. I mean, I'm not trying to say I don't want any more tag teams, but good God, we've had one. That's one team, right? Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 teams of tag teams. Now, granted, I know it's been said in multiple of these videos that Paul Heyman has done that one of the bigger things is that the bloodline is known for its tag team, so I'm not opposed against it, but it'll just be interesting to see how many more we got to go through till we get to the end. But that was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Didn't enjoy the restart that I had to do, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, hope you guys liked the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like and put a comment down below. If maybe did you like my ranking of the matches so far? Would you like me to do a ranking of the matches at the end? Um, and whatnot. Just comment below. We'd love to talk to you. Make sure to hit subscribe. Definitely helps out a lot. But also make sure you turn on the notifications. Hit that notification bell, and you're able to be up to date with any new videos I drop on the channel. Got a bunch of series lined up, not just for WWE with this showcase one, but multiple other series or ongoing series happening. So make sure to turn on the notification so you're not behind on any sort of videos that may drop. With that being said, till next time, hope you guys enjoy yourself.